Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mickey's Earbuds. My name is Justin, and I'm here with my earbud.
David,
All right.
I almost said insert name here.
Welcome to our conversation for today. Our main topic for today is going to be Disney merchandise. Merchandising, where the real money from the movies are made. That kind of thing. But first, what do you have for us, David?
Well, I have a very themed this or that today. Of course, to keep it interesting, I looked for a women's merchandise this or that for you.
Oh, dear.
So, because it's for the ladies, Justin, that should make it more comfortable.
I think you're starting to take this cute and cuddly thing a little too far.
You did it to yourself. I lobbed the ball, and you decided to hit it. I opened the door, and you walked in. So, but this is going to be a short one today. So, would you rather buy a cute set of mini ears or a baseball cap?
No contest. Baseball cap.
Yeah, you're working your way around the world. How many of those Epcot pavilions do you have now?
I actually only have 4 because they stopped selling that particular style of baseball cap when I started collecting those hats.
I want to get my wife a few more sets of mini ears.
Well, yeah, suit yourself. Yeah, my wife's not too much. She doesn't really wear mini ears. Not sure that she would. So, yeah.
If you bought her one, she might. Hey, sweet, I got you mini ears. Oh, thanks. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, so these are actually things that people get. Would you rather get a collectible popcorn bucket or collectible pins? The popcorn buckets change pretty regularly.
They do. They do. And I do appreciate how functional they can be, like, after you've actually enjoyed that delicious popcorn. But I'm going to go with pins.
What's your best pin? Like that
Well,
one, you're like, my proudest pin that I own.
my proudest Disney pin that I own is the Magic Behind the Steam Trains tour pin. Because the only way you get that pin is if you take the Magic Behind the Steam Trains tour, and I would also add, you can only do that tour at Walt Disney World in Florida. It's like it's a big thing for the engineers at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom. It's like, and you can only get this pin here because out in Disneyland they don't have this tour. He actually said it that way. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Okay, that's good. I think one of my favorites are the ones that the discontinued rides or discontinued shows, because we have one for the American Idol experience and that's gone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would you rather get a Spirit jersey or a Loungefly bag? All the ladies are dying to know. And if you know anything about Loungefly bags, you have good taste.
Honestly, I'm just gonna lay it out there. I don't even know what either of these things are.
I just want you to know my wife's jaw just dropped to the floor.
I know.
As did about 50% of the audiences. And me.
Do enlighten me.
Loungefly is like a nice high-end backpack line, and that they've done is they have lots of various patterns. Like, have you heard of Vera Bradley, Coach?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like up there, kind of high-end, and the kind of in the same price scheme. And what they do is they get like designs where it's like all of the famous snacks from Disney, or all the famous like Minnie heads and Mickey's. Yeah, so they're themed around a certain type of thing, and Loungefly made a deal with Disney. A Spirit jersey, on the other hand, is kind of exactly what it sounds like, where it'll have Walt Disney World on it, and it'll cross from like your right arm to your left arm, and just have that, and it goes all the way across. Generally, they're like tie-dyed. Think of like a jersey that you'd see more in like hockey, where it just is long sleeves, and so they're for the ladies. They're just very comfy shirts that have Walt Disney World all the way across.
All right.
So
Well,
now that you know what they are, between these two ladies' products,
I'm going to go with the Loungefly.
all right. My wife says 2 thumbs up, and I know you're out now about $300.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, as you know, Dave, being a fellow married man yourself, once you're a married man, you have a permanent man card. The thing is that, generally speaking, your wife keeps it in her Loungefly.
All right, well, I'm gonna leave that one there. Let me be a little merciful to you in this next question. Pass holder magnets or magic bands?
Pass holder magnets. I've got a few of those.
Yeah, they're really doing a lot of different ones now. I want a Donald Duck pass holder magnet.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
I know I've seen the mini ones and I've seen the Food and Wine Festival ones. So they're doing a lot more. Again, it's easier for me to see them because I live down here in Florida, so you see these people that pass holder magnets. But magic bands are okay. But I don't know. I guess
I see them more as function than fashion.
Yeah. I mean, if you live locally, that makes sense to have because that'd be kind of your thing. But now they're actually moving towards more of your cell phone as opposed to even your magic band. So
I noticed that.
and now that when you book a trip, they're not going to be sending magic bands as often. I think they're going to do away with it from now on.
Yeah, they could.
All right, and let's finish up with something very nice. Halloween merch or Christmas merch?
Ooh, always a tough call. Always a tough call between those two. Because Disney does both of them so very well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I haven't actually had the opportunity to really look over them. I know we have more Christmas merch, but I'm just going to go based on my experience with both of those times a year at Disney. I have to give the slight edge to the Halloween merch.
Okay. I probably would prefer the Christmas merch. Why? Because they've been doing this kind of mid-century theme lately that I really like for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
And so we're talking like the stuff you'd see at your grandma's house at Christmas way back when you were a kid. And I've liked that. The Halloween stuff they don't theme, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I just never thought that they were as intentional with it as they are their Christmas themes. And I've seen them go through a couple. And that's just where I'm at. But
okay.
All right, that's all I have for this or that. So we wanted to keep this one short because we're going to go into our topic today, which is
merchandising.
What's your favorite piece of swag you have right now? Like, at all your Disney swag, what's your favorite one?
Oh, well, that would have to be my Pirates of the Caribbean Hawaiian style shirt.
Ooh, my favorite piece of merchandise that you own is your monorail mug.
That is pretty classic, and you can't get it anymore.
Oh, yes, remind me that.
Which brings us to our first point. Actually, it's the first unplanned point. But, hey, if you're ever in the parks or if you're perusing the Disney online store or anything like that, and you see something that's like, oh, that's really neat. I'd love to have that. Get it now because that's a revolving door, and there's a lot of different things that Disney sells and then they don't sell, and it never comes back, and you got to get it. We've learned that lesson the hard way a couple times.
Yeah, and or not in my case, have learned it once. So, but let's talk about kitchen stuff. Talking about mugs, just estimate how many Disney mugs do you own?
Wow. Estimate. That's a tough one to even estimate. I don't know. I'm going to go with 30.
30? All right. Well, you have me beat, but not by much.
We've got a couple for certain parks. We've got one for every single deluxe resort at Disney World, and a couple that are not at Disney World, like the Disney Grand Californian, Disney Aulani, Hilton Head Island, Vero Beach. I have all those mugs.
Wow. All right, so here's the real test. Do you have one within visual sight or within hand reach?
At this time, I can honestly say I do not.
I actually do. I have a Winnie the Pooh mug within eyesight. My wife was drinking coffee with it this morning.
Yeah, sometimes during this recording, I'm in my office right now, and usually I will forget to bring my coffee mug down from my work day because I'm teleworking right now, and it would be here, but it's not. I actually remembered to bring my coffee mug down to the kitchen.
One of my favorite mugs is the Mine Birds from Nemo.
Ah, yes, that's nice.
And that holds a lot of stuff. And I also like from Finding Nemo the one with the Dory in the coffee pot.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's a
had
good
to
one.
buy that when I saw that one from Finding Dory.
Yeah, one of my favorite mugs. Well, it's not actually my mug. My parents have a mug that is one of my favorites. Is a Tower of Terror coffee mug. It's black and it has Mickey, Donald, and Goofy and their shocked/horrified faces as they're in free fall motion. And
Wow.
I just love that mug. I think it's really classic, and it's one of my favorite rides. And as an added bonus, I think it holds at least 16 ounces of coffee.
What are you losing by drinking that much coffee? So correct me if I'm wrong. Do you have the thinking of coffee and the extras that you need for it? You have the Disney French press, don't you?
I do not have the Disney French press.
Thinking.
I just have a regular French press, but I do buy the Joffrey's Disney Collection coffee regularly.
My wife just did when she heard that.
Oh, don't worry. Next time we visit, I'll be bringing some.
Yeah, next time if you go to the parks and we're not there with you, we'll just give you some money and you can just hook us up with, that stuff. One of the things that I really like, thinking of kitchen stuff, is they also do the Disney exclusive tea. And I'm more of a leaf broth kind of guy than a bean juice kind of guy. So Disney tea, that's good. And even their herbal teas or even their black and green teas are really good. And you can buy like the Mad Hatter tea kit. Have you done that?
No, I've seen it, but I have not done it. My wife actually has an Alice in Wonderland teacup.
Ooh.
And it looks like it's 3 teacups stacked up on top of one another. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, talking about that. And so here's another one I wonder if you've seen. Did you know for your kitchen, since Disney carries entire kitchen lines, you can buy tablespoon measuring things and, cups and all the measuring cut things that you would need for making recipes?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that out there.
We have a friend who has the stuff for when she makes coffee. It literally has Mickey's hand at the one end, and it has 2 tablespoons, and you can just put that into your whatever you're making. It's actually really good. It's solid metal, and it's really neat. It has his hand on it. It has Disney on the top of it, and so they really have put a lot of stuff together.
Yeah. One of the things that we have, and it's been discontinued, I talked about learning the lesson. If you don't buy it now, you won't be able to get it later. We actually had to buy this from secondhand retailers, so we paid a little bit more money to complete our collection. Was they had the Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast themed dinnerware, the plates, the dinner plates, the bread plates, the dessert plates that say "Try the gray stuff, it's delicious," and we even have some glassware for it as well. So we really enjoyed that collection. Oh, and we have the placemats too. It's really neat. It's like a chalkboard kind of a design, black and white chalkboard kind of a design. It's really neat.
That's kind of like the modern farmhouse thing that's in right now too. If it's got support and all that. The one thing, okay, This is a collectible that I know you don't have. You ready for it?
Ready.
The turn of the century, 2000s McDonald's exclusive Disney glasses.
Nope, don't have those.
You had to go to McDonald's. You had to spend like, I don't know, early 90s money, late 90s money, and get like Mickey Mouse glasses at only McDonald's. We have the 4 major parks in Mickey Mouse McDonald's glasses.
Very nice.
We got them as a gift from my sister-in-law, who found them at a thrift store and gave us all of them for Christmas one year. I was like, oh, that's cool.
We have 2 McDonald's glasses, but neither of them are in Disney. So, so there's that. Mine is Christy brought one into the marriage, and then I brought in the other, and mine is a Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's consecutive game record commemorative glass. So, yeah, that was back when my favorite baseball team, the Baltimore Orioles, were actually good.
You could hear first, Pete, folks. That's neat. Another thing I wish we had bought these was 2 years ago they were doing these plates. It was a blue-green theme that was inspired by the Haunted Mansion. Oh, that was really good. Just where you had to buy them piece by piece. You couldn't buy like a set of them. So my wife and I didn't do it, but we were really tempted in picking these things up. They, because they do what you said. If you don't get them, they're gone. In fact, we had actually come back like a year later. They still had them. I think this was in 2017, 2018. And I said, wow, you guys still have them? And the cast member told me, she said, they've been so popular, they kept making them. They've since discontinued them. You know which one theme that I see all the time, though, is Orange Bird in Florida?
Yeah, that's shown up a lot lately.
Do you know Orange Bird's real name?
No, I do not.
Neither does anyone because his name's just Orange Bird.
Ha! I didn't know he had. You see, there you go. His real name is Orange Bird. There you go. I figured as much. I figured because if anybody knew Orange Bird's real name, it would be listed as such on my favorite Disney social media website, but it's not.
Yeah, so Orange Bird, there's tons of stuff for him now. Now, it's because he's one of the symbols of, or he was the symbol of Florida's Orange Board.
Yeah.
So Orange Bird, because you have to go to Sunshine Terrace to get his stuff, which is really good. When you want to get the drinks, which they switched Sunshine Terrace with where you get the Dole Whips, by the way.
Yeah, Aloha Isle and Sunshine Terrace. Yeah, they kind of swapped what their offerings are.
Which makes sense because Aloha Isle got more and more famous. But I would go over there and you could see I think it's like breakfast dinnerware, and they'd have Orange Bird all over it.
Oh yeah.
If you like classic Disney, that's that. Have you ever seen the salt and pepper shakers that are themed to the trash cans in the parks?
No, I have not.
So if you go into, and this is one of my favorite stores, the Co-op in Disney Springs, you can see all the testing and experimental stuff that they're thinking about releasing. They had for a good 6 months salt and pepper shakers that were themed like trash cans in the various parks. Nice.
Yeah, Co-op's one of my favorite places too, and also Disney Springs is Mickey's Pantry. That's my other favorite.
Mickey's Pantry. So we're talking about kitchen stuff. That is a cool shop. They have well, yeah, we like that one. The Co-op. I like what is that? 28 and Vine. The clothing for men area. That's kind of like
okay.
Kind of like Lucky's if you've ever been there. Or it's like a fancier version of American Eagle, but also for adults and not just for teenagers.
Yeah.
It's 28 and Vine because 1928. And
yeah.
They have some. That's one of my favorite shirts is actually from there. They have some really cool adult fashion for men products. So I've really liked that, which is, we're talking about clothes. So when you go there, it's a great place to buy it. Of course, you can also buy phone cases, and they make the custom ones. Have you done that?
No, I've not done that.
So what kind of swag have you been looking at lately?
I don't know. I'm usually kind of looking for the same thing, so I'm always hunting up the next best coffee mug. Even though I already have several. I think my wife's about to cut me off at that one. No more, no more. We've got enough. Uh, but there's that, and I'm always open to a nice Disney themed Hawaiian shirt or something like that, or really just any Hawaiian shirt. So I tend to stop by the Polynesian on just about every visit to see what their Hawaiian shirt selection looks like. Uh,
Ooh.
the other thing I tend to get on a regular basis, pretty much with every trip to Disney World, is I stop by and I know this may be silly to some people, but I get their H2O body wash,
Oh
and
yeah, that's the
yeah,
cleaning.
I get the sea salt kind, the sea salt body wash. It smells pretty much amazing. Is it ridiculously expensive? Yes, but I love it so much, and so I just buy that, and I use it sparingly, but I buy it, and it just smells so good. I enjoy it. So it's
Like you
really good
take
stuff.
your wife out on a hot date, and you're like, "Honey, you getting the fancy body wash."
Yeah. Yeah, well, I have to look forward to these things since I'm steadily losing my need for shampoo. So,
What are
gotta
you
look
trying to
forward.
tell us, Justin?
I think it should be fairly obvious. God only created so many perfect heads in the world. The rest he put hair on.
So what you're saying is that you're transitioning from a man with hair to a man like Bruce Willis or The Rock.
Exactly. Yes, we'll
Okay,
go with that.
just I wanted to be clear on that one, so people can visage your dome.
Well, they haven't even seen my face, so they can't really visage my dome. So,
Well, it's easy to visage. There's not much up there. Oh, buddy, it's okay. But yeah. So just getting back to various types of swag. Well, should we talk about clothing? That's a big one.
Well, I actually, other than the aforementioned Hawaiian shirts, I actually don't have a whole lot of experience with that. If anything, I bought some more, I guess, Disney inspired stuff, but not Disney official stuff along those lines.
Yeah, I get the clothes all the time. We but that's because I have family who works at the resorts, and they help me get those sweet discounts. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in that kind of boat myself.
Yeah. Well, I do have this really sweet pair of socks that are themed to the Jungle Cruise, and it says, "For true life adventure, ride the Jungle River," or something like that. And it says that part of it on one sock and part of it on the other sock. They're pretty cool, but it's one of those things where it's like I can only wear these socks if I'm not going to be wearing shoes.
Uh, my favorite Hawaiian shirt I bought is from Trader Sam's at the Polynesian.
Ah,
That
solid.
is. I want to get more
Well, you
from
don't
there than I can.
you don't buy Hawaiian shirts at Trader Sam's though. You buy drinks at Trader Sam's.
Well, that's true, and you keep the collectible mugs if you want to do that, which
Yeah.
are
No, you
pretty.
buy Hawaiian shirts at the boutique.
Yes, that's right. I just got the Trader Sam's shirt at the boutique.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you go to Trader Sam's, like I got this. Sorry, people, this adult beverage of that if it's a Trader Sam's, I'm pretty sure there was rum in it, and it was in a pearl, and that was nice.
Oh,
A family member of mine got one that came in a Nautilus
that's the one I
glass.
want to get.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, but I've also heard it is definitely a two-person adult beverage.
I could take or leave the adult beverage. I just want to take the Nautilus glass.
I hear you.
Like that's too neat. But that's like you go to those certain restaurants out there where they like have like the big old thing where it takes like 3 people to drink it, and
Yeah.
it comes like on fire. But I think we should move into our fun segment of the day. That's our experimental segment called. Well, Justin, it's called what again? What was this thing you came up with that you want us to do now?
It's called Pass the Parlay.
All right, you want to explain this to me again?
All right, so parlay, you might recognize from Pirates of the Caribbean, but it has other connotations or other meanings like a debate or a discussion or a coming to terms with. And so in Pass the Parlay, the goal here is that David and I are going to take opposite sides of a topic. Whether or not we fully agree with our position, we're going to take opposite sides of a topic and we're going to have a nice friendly debate. It could be a little ridiculous, and like I said, we may not completely agree with our own position, so our arguments might be a little bit silly at times, or in David's case, all of the time. But that's pretty much the way this works. It's just like a friendly back and forth kind of thing on a particular topic of meaningless debate.
Okay, so what's our topic?
Our topic for today is when you go to the parks, do you wear matching shirts with your family or do you not?
And I'm going to be taking the negative on this topic.
And I'm definitely going to be taking the positive on this topic.
You're going to be arguing the affirmative.
Yes.
As they would say. All right, well.
Well, it's positive, let's face it. We don't need no negative Nancy's here. It's a positive thing to wear a matching shirt with your rest of your family.
I take it this is your opening statement.
Okay, well, we will go with that. So yes, it is a very positive thing to wear matching shirts with your family. Granted, right now my family is a family of 2, myself and my wife. But before long, we will have a little one involved as well, and there will probably be matching shirts involved in that circumstance as well. We have worn not particularly matching shirts, but rather complementary Disney-themed shirts. Like, for instance, I have worn a Captain America shirt that resembles Captain America's shirt that he wears with a star on it and everything, while my wife has worn a shirt with Captain America's shield on it. So we've kind of complemented each other there and other such things. But we match, but we don't. There's definitely a common theme between our 2 shirts, and it's more than just Disney. It's very specific to Disney or its extending properties like Marvel or Star Wars and such. But my point is, matching shirts, yes. 1, it gets you attention. Now, you might be thinking, I don't really want that much attention, but at Disney World, you want attention. You want attention from the cast members. You want them to see you. You want them to notice you, because when cast members notice you, you get perks. You get things that are like, you may have already listened to our episode on celebratory things. It kind of works that way. Like maybe somebody would be like, hey, that's a really cool matching shirt. Do you want a fast pass? Different kinds of things like that. You want to be noticed by cast members in really cool ways. And also, if you're looking to get picked for that show, that's another way to get noticed. 2 is that, especially if you got a larger group, having matching shirts, like at least of the same color or something like that, definitely is going to help you find other members of your party or of your group. So again, you have that as an advantage. It's easy to be noticed. And lastly, it's fun. I mean, who doesn't? You're going to Disney World, for crying out loud.
Who doesn't like fun?
Yes, who doesn't like fun? You're going to wear some matching shirts. Wear some fun Disney-themed shirts. My wife and I wore even complimentary shirts when we did our Dopey Challenge in January. We ran all those races in shirts. The first race we did was the Disney World 5K. I wore a shirt that says, I run to eat more Mickey bars, and my wife says I run to eat more Dole Whips. So we had people actually walk up to us later that day because we went straight from the 5K to Hollywood Studios theme park, and this lady said, I approve. Can I take a picture of those shirts? And we're like, yes. So great things to have matching shirts.
Is that the end of your opening statement?
Yes. You may proceed on and suck the fun out of what I just said. Yes.
Well, this is my opening statement. This is not a rebuttal, first of all. Second of all, I'm arguing the against the matching family shirts. So, what is better than going and being a unique person at Disney World? Everyone sees you as totally fly. You're totally on fleek. You are your own thing. Everyone's like, dang, he looking good. And so when you go to Disney, you should be totally stand out on your own. Sure, your family, they can do what they want. That's fine. It's their vacation. But really, you need to make that vacation about, number one, meaning yourself. And so you, of course, don't want to necessarily blend in because that's what everyone's doing. You want to stand out like the unique butterfly that you are. And so when I see those families, are we okay over there?
Oh, I'm just cracking up. The
when you see those families, like you see the Johnson family, the Rodriguez family, you're all like, look at those sheep. I am unique. I know who their dad is. They don't know who I am. And so you can show up, you be yourself, you show that you own all this swag, and I'm sure that'll gain you tons of respect. And that's what it's about, the Disney respect. I close my case.
Oh, gosh. I could tell you what you could do with your theory of respect, but this is a family-friendly program.
Well, now, Justin, it's your turn to proceed into the rebuttal.
I shall indeed rebut. The unique butterfly? What is that? Oh, gosh. So, yeah, that's rebuttal number one right there. Rebuttal number two is, like I said, you can have matching shirts, but they can also be complementary. So there is some uniqueness to it, and you can make them fun and still be you doing you in a way. So I don't know what was it. I saw this one family wearing matching shirts, and the clearly the patriarch of the family, the one that wanted to be the unique butterfly that he was, his shirt was probably just a slightly different color, but used the same font and said, "I detest matching shirts," or something like that. Or "my family made me wear this" was another one. So you can still have fun with it, and it sparks humor into everything as well. So I'm definitely on board with that. And number three, the unique butterfly? Like, really? Where do you come up with this stuff?
All right. Are you finished with your rebuttal?
Yeah.
All right. I will rebut your position. As a Disney authority on things.
Oh, boy.
I can tell you for sure that no one is doing this shirt matching thing.
Oh, look out, the water's rising in Maryland.
And you don't want to be one of those people who jump on the bandwagon and matches everyone in their family.
Oh, look, it's snowing in Florida, too.
I have seen it plenty of times where it's so much better to be totally not matching with your family that it's worth it every time to be unique in everything that you wear. So obviously, if you're a true Disney fan, you're going to want to shoot for the uniqueness of your personality. So there you go.
You know, there's a saying, you're unique, just like everybody else.
And I think
And
that
so,
wraps up our past
and
the
so
pod.
when my wife and I wear matching shirts, we are unique as a couple.
Hey, yes, I think this is going to end our segment on Past the Parlay for today. But yes, I am totally the person who would wear the matching thing with my wife. You know that, Justin.
Yes, I do.
That was actually a lot of fun. I literally just beforehand looked up every single type of fallacy and tried to work in like No True Scotsman. Like, if you love Disney, you're going to do this. And a blind appeal to authority. Oh, and of course, calling yourself an authority.
Yeah.
But you got to do that.
Well done. That was fun.
Yeah, I think it is. That was a lot of fun. We need to do that again because I think that setting up fun arguments and knocking them down. Next time, I think I'm going to take the positive, though.
Okay.
I was like, how
don't you mean the affirmative?
Oh, yes, that's correct. We need to use the appropriate terms. The affirmative.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say to our listeners here, one of the great things about our friendship is me recognizing that David can debate just about anything, whether or not he believes in it, and do it quite well.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, I think.
So one of your hidden talents, David.
I don't know how far below the surface that is, so I thank you, I think.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. So we thank you for listening, and if you like this, please like this video, like this podcast, this episode. Please subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we'll have more fun episodes coming your way in the future.
Yeah, you're going to see a few little updates here and there. We're going to be moving onto a podcast platform very shortly. This might already, by the time you're hearing it, already be on one. So just keep your eyes open, and we'll talk soon.
All right. See you real soon.